Welcome to another edition of the Hockey Nation Live Show. This is your Coach Frenchy, back in the house tonight for another great program for you. We have a lot of breaking news around the league, but it's a quiet night in NHL. We have only one game. We're going to talk about this in the next couple of minutes. But before we start, and you know what's going on, we will invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel or also on the Facebook page under Hockey Nation Live Show. We bring you all this fun breaking news around the league, and we try the best we can to be update for everything. Also, just a quick remind you, we have a daily show every day, Monday to Friday, and sometimes during the weekend with my co-host Michael De Villano. Again, we talk about the games the night before or the games coming for the same day, and also we show up couple of times per week, live video on Facebook page or also on the Hockey Nation live show. So you can be with us. You can leave us your comments and talking about hockey. We would love to having you with us. And of course, it's all about one thing. We love the game. We have a passion about hockey. And at the end of the day, we just get entertaining by the great best hockey player around the world. So let's start right away with the first breaking news of the day. It's coming for the Arizona Coyotes. They hire today, or they promote two people. First of all, they add Matt Perry and Lee Stemniak to their hockey operation department as the director analytic for Perry, and also for the hockey data strategist Lee Stemniak. We know we announced this news a couple of weeks ago about the Lee was hired by the Arizona Coyotes a couple of weeks. So it's just get now a new title, part of this organization. Again, since the beginning of the year, every day I talk with my co-host Michael De Villano about. I'm just shocked and surprised how the Coyotes play so far, and I have to give credit to their head coach Rick Tuckett about an amazing job he does behind the bench. So great job so far for the Coyotes. The next breaking news coming for the Nashville Predators. This is sadness one, but at the end of the day, it's a great to see someone take care about his life first. You know, behind hockey, they have a personal life, human being, and that's happening right now with the goaltender Connor Hangram. He requests from the NHL and the NHLPA assistant program to helping him to go back on his track. I know he have a personal problem right now, and we wish him the best. And but again, it's good to see now the players request some help from a professional to helping them to for their problem they have. So great initiative right now for Connor Hangram, and we wish again the best for his career. Another breaking news around is that we're going to bring this every day. It's a COVID-19 protocol list update every day. And we have right now two players from the Chicago Blackhawks, Adam Bobvis and also Alex DeBrincat. They are add on the list. And now the Columbus Blue Jacket, the new player, we can remove him from the COVID-19 list, is Jack Roslovic. Again, this is going to happening every day. We're going to bring you all the update about this. It could happen sometimes. Some team release their list a little bit later, but every time we get something about the COVID-19 list in NHL, we bring to you. So hopefully we bring to you quickly we can. The next breaking news is the NHL announced today modification of their schedule. What happening today with the schedule? It could happen again um, weekly because team have a struggle with COVID-19. We just a reminder is at the beginning of the year the Dallas Star have 17 players and they postponed their first two full game at the beginning of the year, and happening right now with the Carolina Hurricanes, and that's what you see right now. uh, Carolina postponed the two game against the Florida Panthers last week, and they announced today they're going to also postpone the two game against the Tampa Bay Lightning. From this, the NHL announced modification date for its front games between Carolina, Tampa, Dallas, and Florida. So you can see that on this update, and that would be, I telling you right now, it will happen a lot during the season. Team get affected with COVID-19, and I really believe it's going to change a lot the ranking and also the standing at some point. I really believe this going to affect players, teams, and during that stretch when they're losing players, the team continues to play. Without their best player, that's make a big difference at the end of the day. So we'll see what could happen. We wish the best for the COVID-19 stop and back normal. The next breaking news is this. The one is great for me to hear about this one because behind me what you see is my Montreal Canadiens. Yes, I'm a big fan the Abs, and to see one specific player from Montreal Canadiens, I should do some research. When was the last time a player from Montreal Canadiens was the first star of the week in NHL? Did not happen a lot, I'll be honest with you. And we have to announce today Tyler Toffoli. He is the first star on NHL from the last week. He have an amazing 3 game against the Vancouver Canucks, and he was at the top and the scorer in NHL. And one thing the NHL does also, and I think is great for the game, they are always good people, NHL. They announce every weeks with the first player, the week, the first All Star, the star of the week. I apologize for this. They bring someone on recognized on the front line. Last week we know Kaprizov from the Minnesota Wild. It was the first, the All Star first week. The first week, they bring someone in from Minnesota. I believe it was from Fairview Hospital. And today we with Toffoli, we Virginie Hebert. She's the first star of the week also for the front line. So congrats for Virginie. And also we have to mention the second star of the week and the third star, Joe Pavelski, have an amazing, great 2 game with the Dallas Star. Have 3 points, 7 point, three goals, 4 assists, and the third star is John Gibson for Anaheim Ducks. Have a great weeks also, 201, and they, I don't think so. We give enough credit also to Gibson. He played behind not a great team, and he's a really solid player. To be honest with you, goaltender, and he if he was at a bigger market, this name is going to be all around the league so many times. So congrats again for Tyler Toffoli, Virginie Hebert, also Joe Pavelski, and finally John Gibson for the star of the week for week number 2 in NHL. The next breaking news coming for the NHL Hockey League. We know a couple of months ago, John Shea left the Arizona Coyotes for different reason. We never been mentioned, honestly. He left only at the beginning of the playoff, if we can recall it. I think it was in August. He left the team a couple of days, maybe the day before that. And but now the NHL suspend him through the December 31st, 2021. Again, no mention about the reason why behind that. And I'm pretty sure you have something, and hopefully one day we're going to know more about that situation. Unfortunately, the next breaking news is coming from the waiver list every day, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. They have 2 ways. First, the team have to put on the waiver list their players. After that, a team can claim that player until the next 24 hours. And happening today, the Edmonton Oilers have placed the forward Tyler Ennis on the waiver list, and the same thing happening to the Colorado Avalanche. That's the second time Greg Pateryn going to that list also. Remember a couple of weeks ago, maybe last week, he was put by the Minnesota Wild, and during the same day, I think a couple hours after, he was traded from the Minnesota Wild to the Colorado Avalanche. And the reason why they do this, usually those teams, is to bring them on the taxi squad at some moment. That's my That's maybe remind me a little bit more now, more thinking about, Eric Johnson. He's on the COVID-19 list right now. Maybe it's going to be his end of his quarantine, and by the way, they would bring him now on the roster, and they have to bring someone on the taxi squad. Again, this is not confirmed by Colorado Avalanche. It's just for me thinking about this. That could be happening right there. The next breaking news is coming for, first of all, it's not breaking news. Is honestly, that's the only game we have in NHL. It's a really quiet night. We know yesterday have 11 game. We talk about this during the daily show. You can go on the YouTube channel or on your on our Facebook page under Hockey Nation Live Show to watch again this show. But tonight, the Ottawa Senators are going to play again the Vancouver Canucks and Vancouver at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Ottawa, after a good start again, the Toronto Maple Leafs won the first game, lost the second game, and shootout one overtime. I'm not remember that game, but now Ottawa lost the last three game back to back to back. They struggle a bit against the Winnipeg Jets. That's the three game they play against them, and we'll see what happening tonight. I think you can see now their defense is not great. Murray tried the best he can. Murray was not confirmed yet when I went to checking the update before I come to recording this video. But we know the German young star, Tim Toffoli, is going to be back in the lineup tonight after missing a couple of games after a minor injury. On the flip side, for the Vancouver Canucks, they lost the last two games against the Montreal Canadiens. They are 2-5-0. It's confirmed now, and this it's not a mistaping for me. I thought Temko is going to be back since the beginning of the year. They always go back to back to back to back between Olby and Demko. I heard a couple of minutes ago, Brendan Holby should be back in between the pipe tonight for the Vancouver Canucks. There are not many change on. We know they are really affected by a couple of injury at their blue line for the Vancouver Canucks. Hamonic he was out the last two games. Edler was back in the lineup. Catfield missed the last game. He should be back again tonight. And then we know already what Quinn Hughes do over there and Tyler Myers. But again, I think they struggle at that moment on the defensive side. And again, we don't know what's going on with Elias Pettersson. We know he scored his first goal of the season again, the last game against the Montreal Canadiens. But when you're watching play, I feel like he's not himself right now. Something going on, and I repeat this the last couple of days, but I don't see the same Peterson we see last year. We know Bover Orvat doing well, and Barzer for them, and J.D. Miller bring more now since he's back in the lineup with them. But again, Canucks have more they should do, and we'll see what's going happening tonight between the Ottawa Senator and also the Vancouver Canucks. Just want to remind you the game is going to start tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Then I want to talk about a little bit. We tried to finish our show with this a couple of times when we heard something. They have a different rumor, and it's not coming from Montreal Canadiens. My point to you, the Pittsburgh Penguins struggle right now with two big injury. First, Mike Madison, and also they lost last week Marcus Pettersson, and they are -2 good. Their top four players as the defensemen. I don't think so. They have enough depth behind them to bring new defensemen. They are shopping right now. They are looking around which team have extra defensemen, and I think that Montreal Canadiens could do a specific trade between them, and I would not be surprised about that one over there. They talk about maybe Pittsburgh looking also somewhere. I think it was in Toronto, maybe for Dermott was under the name mentioned. But again, this is only rumor. Don't start telling me or text me or direct me like, hey, coach, you said Mitty is never going to be in Pittsburgh, everything like that. that's only a rumor. I just want to be clarified this part. I don't like too much to talk about rumors because sometimes they are not great or fond about talking about this. But right now, we know one thing for now. Pittsburgh is looking for defensemen. Could they also looking for Florida Panthers? I'll not be surprised there, but I don't think so. And but again, Pittsburgh are on the market, went out to shopping to looking for add a new defenseman. So that what happened over there. Now I want to mention something there, and I want to bring you the Columbus Blue Jackets there, and I've tried to bring to you if I can find it. Um, the Winnipeg Jets. What are you talking about? First of all, remember a couple of days ago, but last Saturday, 3 days ago, 2 days ago, they trade between them, Columbus and the Winnipeg Jets, Patrick Laney versus Pierre-Luc Dubois. They add a draft pick plus also Jack Roslovic for in the trade with Laney. We talk about Roslovic um, earlier. He's removed now for the protocol COVID-19 list, and also Laney is still on the injury list. But again, also Jack Roslovic signed a new contract, $3.8 million, 2 years, a 1.9 AAV right away after the trade. But here's what's happening right now. And I want to mention this because behind the trade, a lot of things happening. We know at the beginning, Dubois Tortorella was not on the same page. And then also Laney was not happy to be in Winnipeg Jets. Now we heard more deeper, deeply things behind those two situations. Let's start with Laney. They have an article in Finland newspaper, and I apologize for the name of the newspaper, but Laney and some other sources talk about Blake Wheeler and Mark Sheffield talk a lot against Patrick Laney, and Laney feel not appreciated or disrespectfully by both players. He's getting a bigger story behind that. We maybe hear from more expert about this story, but it's another one we need to follow up more and more about this. That was the big reason why Laney was not happy, want to leave the Jets. On the flip side, Dubois have an interview with Hockey Night in Canada Saturday night with Ron McLean, and Dubois mentioned behind the hockey player Pierre-Luc Dubois, you have a human being called Pierre-Luc Dubois too, and he had nothing. He didn't never mention complaining about Tortorella, bad relationship, everything like that. Now today, you have another story where the manager, general manager, is upset about all the things what Pierre-Luc Dubois talks during interview, everything like that, and everything like that. Now Tortorella also was not mentioned today, was not all I agree for what Dubois said, everything like that. So, and again, at the end of the day, I will be honest with you, it is what it is. Two players was not happy to be where they are at that moment with that team, and they just have to get out and move, and also to find a new team, and that's happening right there. Now Dubois is going to find his dad, and Winnipeg Jet. He is an assistant coach with Pascal Vincent for for the Manitoba Moose and AHL. So they know already, Pierre-Luc know exactly what's going on in Winnipeg. So it would be very interesting. Some people asking me, Coach, who's going to win the trade? Listen, we have to wait. We have to be patient here. We cannot announce any who's winner of that trade. It would take years before we see what happening. Just give you an example. Shea Weber again, PK Subban after a couple of months, and everybody was said Nashville win the trade. Subban is amazing. Weber struggled, everything like that. And now today, after a couple of years, I really believe Montreal win this trade. So we have to be patient and wait about that trade before we announce who's going to be the winner of that trade at the end of the day. So I think it was a great show today to talk about Hockey Nation live show. Hopefully you enjoy it. Don't forget to leave your comments, and if you want to have any conversation, let's talk together. I would love to having you during our live show. And but remember, yes, you have greatness inside of you. This is your coach, Coach Frenchy, back in the house directly from the booth. And have an amazing, great Monday night. And don't forget to watch Ottawa Senator versus the Vancouver Canucks. Have a great night, everybody.